Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in here. We got some good stuff to cover today. Yes, we do. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. Y'all, we are almost at 100K. The only thing I ask that y'all do is just share the video, y'all, so we can get that out to everybody who is on this journey with me, who is asking that question why, who wants to know, like what is literally going on in the world. Y'all know I'm bringing y'all the daily news. This is a Queen Bee's Daily News. We just dragging out the lies. So with that being said, y'all, yo boy Trump was on one yesterday. Trump sat down and said, look, I got time today. Everybody and they mama can get it, and they gonna get it. Okay, when I tell you, get you a president who is real. Get you a president who is unscripted and don't give a damn what comes out this man's mouth. You could tell that he was pissed. So let me get this straight, y'all. So where's all the World War IIIs that was going on? The energy, people forecasting mushroom clouds and all of the above. But what do we hear now? Crickets. Let me just let y'all understand this. Trump did not start a war. He literally ended it. And with that being said, y'all know I'm finna come with some receipts. So let's just dive into the first video, and then we're gonna chop it up in the end like we normally do. This is coming straight from Karoline Leavitt on X. If y'all want to follow this person, let's get into the video. Let's go.
Do you get to speak with the violator? Did you talk to Prime Minister Netanyahu last night?
I speak to everybody.
You urge both sides not to violate the ceasefire, but reports coming from the region suggest that the sides accuse each other for violating the ceasefire. So
I think they both violated it. I don't think I'm not sure they did it intentionally. They couldn't rein people back. I don't like the fact that Israel went out this morning at all, and I'm going to see if I can stop it. So as soon as I get away from you, I'm going to see if I can stop it, okay?
Because how in the hell do y'all, Trump calls this thing a ceasefire and everything, and then the very next day, instead of those hours that was supposed to be where y'all was supposed to comply and stuff like that, y'all steady dropping more bombs and playing around and thinking he going to continue to keep playing with y'all. You get what I'm saying? Y'all think this man finna keep just giving y'all time. Y'all need to give it together, or y'all gonna be on y'all own, destroying y'all own countries, and the USA gonna sit back and just watch both of y'all crumble. Because we ain't trying to have no parts of that. Let's get into it.
I think it's been completely demolished. I think the reason we're here is because those pilots, those B-2 pilots, did an unbelievable job. And, the fake news, like CNN in particular, they're trying to say, well, I agree that it was destroyed, but maybe not that destroyed. You know what they're doing? They're really hurting great pilots that put their lives in the line. CNN is scum, and so is MSDNC. They're all. And frankly, the networks aren't much better. It's all fake news, but they should not have done that. Those pilots hit their targets. Those targets were obliterated, and the pilots should be given credit. They're not
As they
after
should.
The pilots are after me. They want to try and demean.
Do you believe that Iran can rebuild its nuclear program?
No, Iran will never rebuild its nuclear. From there? Absolutely not. That place is under rock. That place is demolished. The B-2 pilots did their job. They did it better than anybody could even imagine. They hit late in the evening. It was dark with no moon, and they hit that target with every one of those things, and that place is gone. But when I see CNN all night long, they're trying to say, well, maybe it wasn't really as demolished as we thought. It was demolished. You take a look at the pinpricks, and you see that place is gone. And I will say, I think CNN ought to apologize to the pilots of the B-2s. I think that MSDNC ought to apologize.
And they should.
I think these guys really, these networks and these cable networks are real losers. You really are. You're real losers. You're gutless losers. I say that to CNN because I watch it. I have no choice. I got to watch that garbage. It's
right,
all garbage.
We all do.
It's all fake news. But I think CNN is a gutless group of people, and the people that run it, nobody even knows it's been sold so many times. But the people that run it ought to be ashamed. MSDNC, a guy named Brian Roberts, he heads it. He's a disgrace. He's a weak, pathetic disgrace.
Boy, he taking them folks out.
Violated the peace agreement and the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still committed to peace?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning if Israel is committed
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out.
Now, y'all note how the president just didn't pick one country. He said Iran and Israel. So he said he's not happy with both parties. You know what I'm saying? He's not picking the side. So you got to respect that, because he spoke, he gave them more than enough time. And for them to go and do this behind his back, you know what I'm saying? And to my understanding, he did do a follow-up call with one of the presidents. I don't know if it was from Iran or I think Israel or whatnot. And, you know, they pretty much stated since then that they was going to fall back, etc. So let's get back into it.
This morning, because the one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Oh my God, that man straight. The man straight cursed, y'all. The man, you can tell that he's very upset. He is very upset because, again, he didn't give these folks so many chances to get it right, and then they turn around and do this. So at this point, he's like, it ain't no more talking, y'all. He also exposed CNN and MSNB bullshit because they're trying to downplay the pilots that actually went over there and you know, did the bombing and ran. And as we know, they were in and they were out. And we know that these fake news, which is CNN and MSNBC, if you do your research, you know that they are funded by the left to go against anybody that is red, right, or Republican. We know this. You got to do your research. So, of course, they're going to always try to downplay Trump like he can never do anything right. With that being said, y'all, we're going to keep this thing rolling. I ain't finna keep y'all here all night. We're going to go on to the next one. And this is coming straight from my boy Benny Johnson on X, if y'all want to follow that person. Everybody stop what you're doing and take a listen to this. Let's go ahead and get into Vice President J.D. Vance. Let's go.
And the president looks over at me, puts the foreign leader on mute and says, "This is not going very well." And he presses the red button. And my eyes get really big, and I'm like, "Mr. President, you know, what just happened?" And he looks at me and he goes, "Nuclear." Nuclear. And 2 minutes later, a guy walks in with a Diet Coke, and he looks back at me and he says, "It wasn't nuclear, it's just the Diet Coke button."
Man, that's funny. That's funny.
So that's the kind of guy, and my fellow Republicans, that we have as the President of the United States. And
that's the type of president that we want. So he's joking around and had Vance shaking like, you know, he actually pressed the red button. Because y'all know that button that they talk about that they have just in case, you know, something takes place in the future or whatever that can pretty much destroy the entire world. So pressing that button, he probably had Vance shaking or whatnot. But the whole point was a man coming in and bringing this president a Diet Coke. Get you a president that has some sense of humor, y'all. Like, real talk. Let's keep going, y'all. Because I told y'all, I'm not finna keep y'all here all night with me. No, I'm not. All right, with that being said, y'all, no other than Karoline, y'all. She's finna tell CNN and any other news that's fake that we know out there because we do our research. They can go kiss somebody else's. Excuse my French. I ain't even gonna be cursing on here today. Y'all know I'm cursing unless a bimbo or something like that make me mad. But we gonna keep it clean today. Let's get into the video, y'all. And this is coming straight from Satito. Don't get me wrong if I messed her name up. Forgive me, but she's on X, y'all. Let's get into the video.
Low confidence preliminary intelligence assessment. The assessment itself said that it was not corroborated by anyone else in the intelligence community, and it has been disputed by not just the United States, the president, the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of State, our Joint Chiefs, and our General Kane, who was incredibly successful in this mission on Saturday night. It was also disputed by both Israel and Iran. And CNN didn't care about that. The DIA themselves have now come out and said this was a preliminary preliminary report, and this CNN story got it completely wrong. But that reporter is a sheep, and she's a mouthpiece for people who don't like Donald Trump. And she only gave the White House an hour to respond. And that's, again, the same playbook we've seen the fake news media play time and time again. But this story has now been debunked widely by not just the United States, but also Iran and Israel as well. This was a low
now, let me tell y'all this.
Preliminary.
When Iran can admit that that hit was something serious, then CNN is just mad because Trump, he wasn't just a PR, y'all. This was very precise. They went in. You know what I'm saying? It was dark. They hit their targets. They got the hell on. You know what I'm talking about? So CNN, they just, again, they're paid. Okay? They're paid to hate on this man. We know this. All right, y'all, which takes me to the last reaction of the night. Now, I want to know y'all thoughts. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. Drop in the comment section, y'all. What are y'all thoughts on this? As far as Trump, you know, ceasing fire. They even said he's getting ready to be like they're getting ready to do something, Nobel, what is it? The Nobel Prize, something like that. Drop it in the comment section. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Cause like I stated, we're only 6 months in, getting ready to go into 7 months. And this man has done so much within this 6 month time frame than old Biden and his old tired ass did in the last 4 years in that tired ass administration. Yes, I'm here to say it because they were tired. We lived through inflation. We lived through all of this. Gas is down, eggs is down. If you don't know, go look. If it ain't hit your place yet, give it time. It's going to hit because I done been to Walmart. My gas, y'all stop playing. He's done so much. And this man, if you don't know, in his first term, there were no wars. Okay, there were no wars. Go research that. Don't take my word for it. Don't take these videos for it. Go do it for yourself because that's the only way you gonna get better and get the knowledge that you need to get. So drop it in the comment section, y'all. We about to go into this last video, and this is coming straight from my boy Tony X2 on X. If y'all want to follow this person, let's dive into the video.
Where you at? World War III, you in here? World War III, where you at? World War III, you in here? World War III. Yo, World War III, where you? World War III, you in there? After all that bullshit y'all been talking, Trump's gonna start World War III. Iran shot off 15 missiles, and ain't none of them hit the ground. And motherfucking Trump, just like India and Pakistan, done broken a ceasefire. I'm just saying, where's that Nobel Peace Prize? Again,
Where
Trump
is
ain't
it?
nothing to fuck with.
There you go, Nobel Peace Prize. Got it.
I don't care how much you supposed maggots turn your back on them. My president's the shit.
We out.